morning. I've been walking for approximately 1.5 minutes, and she's already decided she's done. Gosh, all I did was stop to send a text, and she just had to lay down like she's done with life. I mean, she did eat her breakfast this morning, so she's been a very good girl. And then I gave her her stuff, her duck treats that she's so addicted to. But I was so proud of her for eating first. And, sorry, bug. Yeah, and then she took a long nap, and then I kind of woke her up and was like, let's go for a walk. So I don't think she's fully awake yet. Because, you know, after the baby gets a full belly, she's ready to lay down and go to sleep for a while. It is such a... All right. That, branch, yeah, that fell, just stabbed me in the ankle as I was about to walk by it. What is that sound? There's weird sounds back here. It's like a baby sneezing sound. It's not me sneezing. God bless you. Stop it. I don't know what you are, but stop it. I'm not in the woods, guys. I am not in the woods. I'm just in the back of the lot. What was I going to talk about? It's a beautiful day. I think the high's only going to be 79, and we have a beautiful breeze. And I really wish I didn't have to go to the grocery store, because I would like to get started working in my yard. We're going to have a cool couple of days, and I actually took off Friday to devote to working in my backyard. I haven't been to the grocery store. I mean, I went last week and just picked up a couple of things, but I haven't really been to the grocery store in a couple of weeks. I asked Naomi. I don't ask Phoenix. I know what Phoenix wants. But I asked Naomi, I said, I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow. Is there anything you would like to snack on? Because, you know, they like to come over and snack on things. And she said, you know what I really want? Ooh. I said, what? She said, vegetables. Who are you? And what did you do with Naomi? I said, like, what kind of vegetables? She said, cucumbers, celery. I was like, okay. I mean, look, I would love that. Because I have a hard time buying celery, because there ain't no way that I can eat it all before it goes bad. But I'd be happy to buy some celery if you'll help me eat it. It's real good with my fake cream cheese. It's also good with real cream cheese, but since I can't have it, I use my fake cream cheese and then put pecans or walnuts on top. It's delicious. It really is. That used to be one of the horse duvers, or hors d'oeuvres, as fancy people call it. I like horse duvers because, you know, that is kind of how it's spelled. But that's one of the horse duvers my mom used to have at Christmas. My mom was the horse duver queen. She'd have those sausage balls, which is sausage, biscuit, and cheese in a little ball, and you bake it. Oh, they're delicious. I've made them dairy-free, and gluten-free, and they are delicious. I think you used almond flour. I think Carolyn sent me the recipe. She'd have a relish tray of like hot relishes, because most people in my family like fire. I do not like fire. Nope. I like warm. I like a little bite, but I don't want to just eat fire. No. My belly don't want me to eat fire, okay? It just doesn't. All right, we're back on the street and there are people out, so I'll be back, okay? Okay. So I saw this, I think it was like a TikTok or an Instagram or something. Can I preface this by saying people are idiots? When you go to a place like Yellowstone National Park or something like that, there's signs everywhere telling you, you know, not to get out of your car and to be careful around wildlife and don't feed them and blah, blah, blah. So technically these people were not out of the car. However, their body parts were hanging out of the car. And this buffalo bison comes walking up, and they have those little horns, and the boy in the back seat was leaned out of the window, and when the bison walked up, neither the parent in the front seat nor the child in the back seat came back inside the vehicle, and the bison took his horn to the kid in the back seat. I don't think the kid, but I think the kid learned a valuable lesson that day. But I was like, why? When you see this giant beastly creature coming towards you, why would you not get back in the vehicle? When there's signs everywhere telling you to do so. I mean, when we were there, I can't tell you how many things we read that told us that getting out of your vehicle could cause you to be gored. Gored. Yeah, there's that word, gored. I was like, I don't want to be gored. However, we did roll our windows down, because when you stop and you're waiting for the bison to meander very slowly across the road, you roll your window down. It's a little hot outside. Yeah, I had my gigantic boombox size video camera on my shoulder, something like this, and I was recording. There's Gracie. And Reba, who is in the driver's seat, says, Tracy. And here I am holding, and I said, what? And she goes, look to your right. And I slowly she turns, step by step. Y'all remember that, right? You do remember that? Okay. And I peek over the top of said boombox like this, and there was a giant bison head staring back at me. And he said, Ugh. It was kind of like a moo of sorts, but it was deep and gravelly, and I felt his hot breath upon my soul, actually. Not even upon my skin, it went all the way to my soul. And I slowly took my hand away, and I rolled that window up, but at no point did I put a hand or head or nothing out the window. And the sound that he made, bleh, I said it on an earlier video. I mean, it's been a couple of years ago, and someone corrected me on what I heard. I'm sorry, I don't remember you being in the car with me. That's the way I heard it. Bleh. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a very low moo. Moo. What if cows did that? Moo. Cows with attitudes. Moo. My brain is weird. So that's one Reba story that I thought of when I saw the bison and the kid in the whatever park, Yellowstone or wherever they were. And then the other Reba story that came to mind, and I'm pretty sure I told this, was the night that she thought she was going to meet Jesus. So she wakes up in the middle of the night. She hears something, like a noise that you shouldn't be hearing in the night, right? So she gets up and she gets her pew-pew, and she goes to clear the house. That's what we in the police biz call it. You clear the house, and you go from room to room to room, and you make sure all the windows and doors are locked, and you make sure there's nobody in there hiding, and you're ready to go. If you walk in and there's somebody there, you're ready to pew-pew, right? She goes walking into the living room. She notices that her back door is wide open. And she's like, well, why is my back door open? Because I know that I closed it and locked it when I went to bed. So she goes over and she closes the door and she locks it, and she finishes clearing the house and everything's fine. And then she goes and she collapses on the couch. And Reba is so dramatic, okay? Y'all think I'm dramatic? Reba is so dramatic. She's like Rue McClanahan from Golden Girls. Reba is very much like Blanche, except she's not slutty. You know, that's kind of like slutty, but that's not a nice word. But Reba's not slutty, like Rue, but Blanche. But she looks like her, and she's real southern like her, and she's very dramatic like her, okay? So she says she collapses on the couch, and she's just thinking about all that could have happened. She turns on the TV to get herself settled back down, and she's watching QVC, and she said, and up on the TV comes a Louis Vuitton purse, the big one. And she said, I just thought right then, well, Reba, you could have died and never owned a Louis Vuitton purse. And she said, I picked up the phone and I called QVC. This is back in the day when you had to call them. And she said, I ordered that Louis Vuitton purse and I put it on my credit card and I'll just have to pay it off because I don't want to die and not own the purse that I have always wanted. And then she got very upset because something happened to it. But she got so mad because way back then, I don't know if he's still there, but we had a cobbler. Is that what you call him? He repaired shoes and such and purses and all that stuff. And she took one of her Louis Vuittons in there and asked could they fix it. And he said, oh, LV, you bought you a lousy vinyl purse. Y'all, she was fit to be tied. She paid a lot of money for that purse. And that shoe cobbler person, whatever he is, called it lousy vinyl. I mean, she didn't get the leather one. It was kind of vinylish, so... Anyway, I went to the grocery store and I found the batteries for my key fob. I watched the video and I have changed the battery in my key fob. So thank y'all to whoever, there was a couple of people that mentioned it. Thank you for mentioning it. I don't know why I didn't think of it. And it was actually easy to do. You just took the key that comes out the bottom and you pry the fob open and then you pop the battery out and put a new one in. So bada boom, bada bing, betty boop. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Toodles.